Today on Discovering Magnolia, Texas, we are in Life at Rose Farm. Let's go in and meet the owners, Teresa and Shaw, and see what they're all about. All right, so Shaw and Teresa, thank you so much for having me out here today.
Thanks for being here.
I'm so excited about this. What an amazingly beautiful place you have.
Thank you so much.
That you've created out here. And I'm excited to learn all the inspiration behind your story here. So let's start out. Are you from Magnolia, or what brought you out to here if you're not?
We started out basically everywhere before we planted roots here. We started in Pearland and basically moved around as we were renovating and flipping homes throughout the Houston area.
Yeah.
And finally, Shaw found us this property. I know a lot of people think it was my idea to grow roses, but it's actually Shaw's idea. He suckered me and said, how would you like to grow roses out here?
Teresa was really hesitant at the time. And so I knew she loved roses. We grew roses in the city on our small, home there.
When he mentioned, growing roses out here and moving out, I thought, oh gosh, okay, well, let's do some research and see if it's a possibility. And all I did was I looked up to see if anybody else did it. Nobody did, except for maybe Antique Rose Emporium, and they're out in Brenham, which isn't too far from here. And I thought they grew antique roses, which had been around for over 100 years. So if they're able to do that, then maybe there's hope for us.
So let's talk a little bit about what you do here on the Rose Farm, because you first of all, you grow the roses, and I believe you sell them wholesale to other florists. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So our original intent for this farm was specifically for cut flowers, for cut bouquets. And what we do is we offer them to wholesale to florists around, flower designers, but we also offer them direct to
General consumers.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that they can enjoy roses here locally versus having to source them from California or Washington, which is where predominantly where all the rose farms are.
And then you also have some events here. I know that you're having a tea room event here this weekend,
yes.
right? Yeah.
So it started to evolve. We sort of let the community and the people around us dictate where they would like this place to be, because I think one of the reasons why we started this business was for the community, was to provide our neighbors and the locals a new place, somewhere different to go to experience roses in a different way.
Right.
And then photographers reached out to us saying, we love this because it's new, it's different, it's unique. Other people reached out saying, we want to get married here, or we want to do
Yeah, I mean,
birthdays
what
here.
an amazing place.
Thank you.
And space to be able to have a wedding event here. Even from driving up the driveway.
Thank you, yeah.
You've got,
That's
it's
the goal.
tree lined,
Yes.
and you just feel just a pressure release as
Awesome.
you're coming out, and then all of a sudden you turn that corner and you're just welcomed by this
Right.
Yes,
amazing
that's the
view.
goal.
This is solely a family affair, right?
Yeah.
Now you guys
100%.
don't have anyone else working for you, so
Not at this
you
moment.
are not only planting the seeds,
Yeah.
you are helping you're doing whatever it takes to
All
get
the
these
maintenance.
things
Yes.
to grow.
Yes.
All the maintenance.
Yes.
You're doing the selections. You're
Yes.
delivering
I'm doing
them.
everything.
I mean,
Yes.
everything,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
From start to finish, we're doing the whole thing.
And I mean, what a better thing when people talk about supporting local, to be able to buy a bouquet of flowers for their significant other or the teacher or whoever it happens to be,
Yeah.
and having that story
Thank
and
you.
having
Yep.
that behind it. I mean,
Right.
it's amazing
just
what you guys have done
trying
out
to
here.
spread joy through roses.
All right, so let's talk about some of the different varieties of roses that you have here, which you kind of mentioned previously, but what are some of the different flowers that we'll see here on the property?
So everything you'll see here are roses, and a lot of these roses are bred from Europe. The reason why we chose those types of varieties is because they have this old world charm. There are tons of petal counts on them, They have just the most amazing fragrance, and each variety have their own unique fragrance.
So let's talk about some of the things that you have on the horizon, because there's some exciting things coming up for you guys.
There are some exciting things. So one of the major thing that's in the work right now is that we are bringing possibly 10 new varieties to our farm, and these are rarer roses that has not been offered in the U.S. at all.
And then you have an invitation.
Yes. So surprisingly, I don't see, we're small timer, and I don't see us as anybody of any kinds of importance, but a big, probably one of the biggest grower or breeder, I should say, from France. Mayon International has invited us to tour their R&D facility in Provence, France.
So people can go online to your website.
Yes.
What is the web address there for them?
It's www.lifeinrosefarm.com.
And then they can also find you on Instagram, which you're very active on Instagram.
Well, you kind of have to be, right?
Yeah. And so how can they find you on Instagram? How do they look you up?
On Instagram and on Facebook, it's at Life in Rose Farm.
And then you're actually physically located here in Magnolia.
We are in Magnolia.
Reference speaking, you're on the south side of what they consider old
Magnolia.
Magnolia, right?
Yes. So we're closer to the Tomball and Cypress side of Magnolia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us today on Discovering Magnolia, Texas. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
This Community Small Business Spotlight is brought to you by Erica Steetenroth, your Magnolia Realtor, and was produced and edited by JJ Productions.